Pitta Dosha, the second dosha. It's a combination of fire. When there's too much fire, we need water. So to cool it down. So is the combination of Pitta Dosha. It's a combination of fire and water. It is the energy of transformation, the one that produces heat. So the minute we think about Pitta and the minute we think about fire, the immediately the thought comes out that it is a digestive fire. Yes, it is a digestive fire, but there's a lot of other fire in the body that we all need to know, and we will learn about that in this unit. Before we go there, first we'll understand the qualities, the gunas of Pitta. Because of fire, it is hot. Fire is light, so it is light. It is slightly oily. It is very sharp. It is penetrating. It is steamy. It's intense and it is spreading. So are all the qualities of a Pitta person, and so are all the qualities of fire predominantly in Pitta Dosha. So what is this Pitta Dosha? How does it work in the body? Is it just the digestive fire, or is there some mental manifestation? So all the emotions, all the anger to compassion, jealousy to embracement are all the manifestations of, all the love and care are the manifestations of Pitta Dosha at an emotional level. All the thoughts that melt down into emotions are Pitta, apart from the digestive fire. So, like I said, these are all it's hot, light, oily, sharp, acidic, pungent, steamy. So are the qualities of a Pitta person. They are hot and fiery. They are sharp. They have very sharp eyes, dark hair. They are moderately structured. They are not too heavy or not too light. They have more depending. All these things depend on your ethnicity, the culture you come from, the country you come from, the place and the environment you live. So you don't if in the Western countries the people's hair are much more lighter than people from Asian countries. So you can't compare a Pitta of Canada, Pitta to Pitta of India. So in your culture, in your ethnicity, what falls into you is water. They have big eyes, sharp eyes. They are because they have the natural energy of transformation and the natural energy of heat that they're born with. They're born leaders. So anybody in your, from a small group of your friends to a big group of an organization, a person who leads or who takes the lead is the quality that dominates through a Pitta. That is how it manifests. So the actions of a Pitta are, this is how a Pitta acts. It's about digestion. It is just not about digestion. The food we eat digests, but it needs to assimilate. It needs to mix with all the digestive enzymes. It needs to mix with all the amino acids, and that's where Pitta comes into picture, the digestive fire. And the next one is, once it is assimilated, it needs to be absorbed. So just digestion doesn't work. You need to assimilate, you need to absorb into each and every cell in your body, both physically and mentally, and then it needs to eliminate. So Pitta takes care of the digestion, assimilation and absorption. And also Pitta is all about the clarity of speech. When somebody is talking something, when you hear to a leader, how clear and precise usually they are. A good leader, I mean to say, there'll be many leaders, but a good leader, a good Pitta has an amazing quality of speech. So they can express and share what they want to share in a very beautiful way by using the language, the verbal therapy. And the next one is, they are very bold and confident. Like I said, the qualities of a leader, they have very sharp vision. Because they are gifted with good eyes, they have extremely sharp vision. And they can easily be able to differentiate the colors both mentally and physically. The Pitta personality that we should talk are, like I said, their main quality is sharpness. They're very sharp in their tongue too. So if the Pitta in the individual is not balanced, it can lead to a lot of problems. They can easily bad mouth, they can use bad language, they talk so sharply that it pierces and hurts a lot of people. So having Pitta in balance is very important. They're medium built and a height, like we discussed, and they have very strong muscles. Sharp nose, like I said, sharp eyes, and unfortunately, they have really sharp tongue too. So, pittas have to be very mindful. They have a gentle wit in them. They're very witty quickly, and they easily can bring a smile into your face if their sharp tongue is under check. And next one, they always tell people what is right and what is wrong. Yeah. So because they are leaders, they just wanted to tell this is how it has to be done. This is how you have to do. Like if you go for an advice to them, they will tell, oh, you're not supposed to do this. This is how you should do it. That's the innate nature of a pitta. When it is in balance, it is beautiful. When it is in imbalance, it always brings them into trouble because of high digestion. Like vadas don't have that much of digestion. They eat piecemeal. They eat a little bit like a bird, whereas pittas have high digestion, so they eat food, immediately it burns. It's just quickly it burns. And because of high digestion, and they feel hungry. So you see in your own friends group, you in your office, in your colleagues group, like they have their breakfast and immediately say, I'm feeling hungry, I want to eat something. It's their pitta talking, it's their digestive fire talking. So it's not them that they're food lovers or something. Everything is burnt out, it's too quick. It's their innate natural nature. That's why they feel so hungry quickly. Whether the pitta is balanced or imbalanced, pittas always feel like my way, highway. Like, this is only way it has to be done. That's how they lead to. But sometimes when it is told in a sharp tongue and with very loud language, it just leads them to a lot of trouble. But that's the main quality of a pitta. They are blessed with wisdom, which reflects in their baldness. So usually because of high pitta, they lose a lot of hair. Like usually when there is a lot of hair fall for some people, it is because of excessive heat in the body. So when we get clients saying that I'm having a lot of hair fall, we check their pitta first. So it is because everything shines once there is baldness, we call it wisdom. But they are equally wise. They're leaders. They learn. They can absorb and assimilate everything quickly. So naturally they shed too fast too. So that's why they lose a lot of hair. And people with pitta imbalance have a lot of hair related issues, hair fall issues. So these are the qualities of a pitta. So I would put it like this, that in a small, if you ask me how do you describe pitta, they're moderately structured, like I told, they are leaders, like I told. But having said that, they also gauge. It's like, if they have something in their hand, they will choose how to open it, whether they have to open it like this or whether they have to mindfully open. So when you tell a secret to a Vata person, it's like a newspaper. It just spreads quickly. It just like you tell them immediately, they'll go and tell. But a Pitta person tries to gauge, like, what is the benefit if I tell this? When should I use this secret? Where should I tell it now, or is it beneficial for me later? That's how always a Pitta mind works. These are the qualities of a Pitta. And from here, we'll go into the signs and symptoms when the pitta is aggravated within us and around us. They have extreme heartburn. They have heart-related issues when there is excessive pitta or imbalanced pitta. They have diarrhea, and at a mental level, they have a lot of resentment, anger, frustration. These are the immediate manifestations of a pitta. And the skin will start getting rashes very quickly because of high heat and with lot of anger issues. And they also have yellowish quickly. Suppose if you're a pitta and you're eating a lot of heat related foods or heat related thoughts into your mind, thinking about it, the same thought or something for a lot of time, urination and stools are yellowish in color. And because whatever they eat burns quickly, and if they're not replenished in the right way, in the right amount, they often lead to a lot of weakness too. They always feel weak. And too much of heat also make them feel very dry in their mouth. So pittas always have to have good hydration. Warm level of, warm water is good for them instead of drinking ice cold water. For pittas, having hydration with room temperature water is great. They feel giddy, and they have lot of bleeding issues like gum bleeding, any kind of bleeding related issues are there for a lot of pittas. And like I said, for vatas, pain is the manifestation. For pittas, inflammation is the manifestation. Any inflammatory related issues are a pitta dysfunction or a pitta imbalance. Having a very balanced pitta is very very good for them, and usually because of too much of fire in the body, they often have lot of health issues. They demand, because of too much of burning, they have extreme health issues. And to balance them, what we have to do is we have to keep the pitta person in a very cool, moist, stable and heavy space. Pitta always has to be cool, in the sense that you're not putting too much water. That's why the manifestation of pitta is fire, lot of fire, and balance of water. It's not like equal. Fire is high and balance of water, so that the person is more moist, so they have to be always hydrated. Medications like purgation, like anything purgated related medication is great for them. And scent baths, especially sandalwood bath. Suppose you have a very heated day and you're already a pitta person, applying sandalwood paste, fresh sand, take a sandalwood bar, rub it on a nice stone, and take the paste and applying it on the forehead, applying it on the chest, and applying it on the feet is amazing for a pitta. It's an immediate relief. Sandalwood sucks all the excessive heat out of the body and balances your pitta. There are other different herbs that you can use, other different fragrances that you can use. If sandalwood is not available in this area, licorice is also a very good thing that you can use. And also sandalwood oil. If you're not able to find a sandalwood bark, the other option is having sandalwood oil and sandalwood scent around you is a very very balancing pitta. And also, like going for a nice nature talk or a nature walk, walking in the forest, walking in the nature is a very very healing therapy for pitta aggravated issues. And also having a regular meal timings. 8 o'clock, let's suppose you're having 8 o'clock breakfast today, 11 o'clock snack, 1 o'clock lunch, 4 o'clock snack, and 7:30 dinner. Maintaining the same rhythm for a pitta person is extremely good for the digestion, because all of us are born with a certain level of digestion, and especially pittas have their own gifted digestion. And once you disrupt it, it will create lot of imbalance, and it can happen very easily. So creating a rhythm for your digestion, which is already there, and creating a rhythm for your digestive timings is very very helpful to protect your already existing pitta without having any imbalance. And the best part for pittas is usually they're like always focused, always wanting to be leader. Having a light-hearted friend like a vata or a kapha friend is extremely good for pitta. It brings natural light-heartedness through vata. And a kapha friend, when we talk about it, you'll understand what it means. To make a kapha friend is extremely healing and therapeutic for a pitta. These are the qualities of a pitta. This is how a pitta person feels, this is how a pitta person looks, and this is the manifestation of how you can balance your pitta within you and around you. After this, in the next unit, we'll learn about kapha.